A goal on 73 minutes from Didcot's number 10, John Mills, was enough to give the Railwaymen all 3 points at the Loop tonight in an entertaining game in front of a poor crowd of only 79. Wimborne were really down to the bare bones with Mark Gamble and Ollie Phillipson Masters unavailable, neither of them recovering from the knocks they took at Clevedon on Saturday. And James Stockel wasn't fit either. Manager Steve Cuss brought in Cuthbury legend Paul Roast for his first start of the season and his 400th start of his Wimborne career, some 13 and a half years after he made his debut for the Magpies. He played in midfield, a four-man midfield with John Blake, Sam Griffin, George Webb and Jamie Davidson, with Matt Kemble up front on his own, and a back four of Scott Arnold, Ian Oliver, Adam Costello and Billy Maybury, Jason Harville in goal. On the bench, Jamie Gross and Zach Phelps from the reserves, and James Stockel, who could have come on at a pinch, and Andy Battison made up the numbers. Wimborne started brightly, and on 3 minutes were awarded a free kick 24 yards out. Jamie Davidson's kick evaded the wall but was straight at the goalkeeper, and he held it. And in all truth, that was as near as either team got in the first half. Although there was some good football played, but neither defence was over troubled. 20 minutes into the second half, Wimborne came the closest to either side to a goal when John Blake met a George Webb corner from the right with his head, powered it towards the goal, and for all it looked like a goal until the keeper got there and tapped it over it and pushed it over the bar. A fantastic save, great header, fantastic save. 7 minutes later, that only goal of the game came. A move on the left, crossed into the middle, and there was John Mills with quite a bit of time to beat Jason Harville, gave him no chance. Steve Cuss brought on Jamie Gross for Paul Roast on 77 minutes, and the youngster did enough to justify his inclusion. And Wimborne tried very hard for the rest of the game, but without really, as I say, creating any more chances. Although they got the ball into the box a lot of times, but just couldn't get the foot on it in the right place. So a disappointing result, but a much better performance from Wimborne than on Saturday, and nothing to be ashamed of tonight. Absolute standouts for Wimborne, I thought, were Sam Griffin, who improves with every game at the moment. I thought his speed, his control and his final ball were excellent tonight. And a word for Matt Kemble, that difficult role up front, but Matt performed very well today. One of his best games of the season. In midfield, John Blake was absolutely superb, and at the back, Ian Oliver and Adam Costello looked the steady rock that they've become since they came together. So disappointing for Wimborne. A highlight for Paul Roast, of course, with his 400th appearance. That's 400 starting appearances and 50 goals. So if that's Roasty's last game in a Magpie shirt, it's not a bad way to sign off. Well done, Roasty. Next up for Wimborne, it's Taunton Town at home on Saturday. We hope to see you there. I'm with Steve Cuss after tonight's 1-0 defeat at Didcot. Steve, I thought the boys played well.
Yeah, it was a shame really. I don't think we probably deserved to lose 1-0. There was probably a draw written over it, and if anything, probably in the first half we looked like we might get the goal. But you know, we're probably in a little spell where they got on top and was dominating a little bit. We're a little bit disappointed with the goal itself because it come from a throw-in. But those games really got to try and get something out of and not lose 1-0. That's what we talked about in the change room afterwards.
Just 7 minutes before the goal, we had a great chance, great header by John Blake. That's super safe.
Yeah, I think the two shots that we hit clean tonight, or the shot on the header, both went straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah. Jamie's free kick early in the game was a great strike, but you know, straight down the keeper's throat, and he saved it. And John's header, if it goes a yard either side of the goalkeeper, it's in, because it was a clean header from the corner kick. So a little bit unlucky there, but you know, that's probably what happens at times. Yeah,
we've got to talk about Paul Roast, a great club man, and his 400th starting appearance tonight, and he let nobody down.
No, he was absolutely terrific, and what people don't know is you know, things that happen. You know, Paul went over on his ankle. I think it was 5 minutes minutes into the game. He's come in at half time and his ankle's absolutely massive. But yeah, it just says a lot about him. He didn't want to come off. He wants to be out there, and I think it's his first start for over a year. He gives me a bit of stick for that, but you know, I'm delighted for him, and I think that's his 400th start tonight. So you know, he's a great club man and he deserves that. And unfortunately, we couldn't quite get a win for him tonight.
John Blake goes without saying a tremendous performance in midfield. I thought Sam Griffin was my man of the match. He's starting to put that final ball together with a bit of pace and trickery as well.
Well, John, you know, I'm not saying anything out of turn, but I say things that I need to know what I'm going to get from the players, and I know what I'm going to get from John week in, week out. He's full of commitment. He gets himself about the pitch, makes tackles, and you know, another full committed performance from him tonight. I thought Sam was excellent in the first half. I thought he gave their left back a really torrid time. Got to the byline, put crosses in, ran at his defender. Unfortunately, we probably didn't get enough of the ball to him in the second half for him to carry on with that. But again, a good performance from Sam tonight.
And finally, a word from Matt Campbell. I thought he had a very good game tonight. It's a difficult role to play, isn't it? I thought he did well.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Matt obviously being a little bit frustrated in not having many starts, and he's had a couple of starts now, and his work rate and his desire to do well is admirable. And you know, I thought he was a little bit unlucky in the first half not to get a goal, and the one he got put through, and the keeper's managed to tip round the post. The keeper did well on, but you know, Matt's as a game lad, he'll keep running for us and he'll keep doing it, and you know, hopefully he'll get a few goals for us over these coming weeks.
Yeah. Well done tonight, Steve. Thanks for your time.